better than I possibly could have hoped and dreamed here. Oh, Skya. Again, my love for Vinestalker Vuskaya is such that even seeing their shrine here makes me sad that we're not living up to that strategy. For anyone in the crowd who either hasn't heard me wax on about it previously or hasn't had the opportunity to try it themselves, I would highly recommend. Vinestalker Vuskaya is a lot of fun. Specifically, go full 15 runes and grand finale the ever living crap out of all those lordy lords down in Pan and Hell. Holy moly. Whoa, let's get a little bit of a mini stretch. Definitely take some more sips of my drink because I've been neglecting that, and I'm definitely feeling that in the mouth and throat now. It's funny how taking even just a little bit of time off resets all of my like built up resistances when it comes to speaking on end for long periods of time. I don't even know, like looking back on when I was first streaming, you know, it was a very different time. I had much more free time back then. But oh geez, I should have read a teleport so long ago. I just have to curing and hope that we're taken away. Hell yeah, brother. Oh me, oh my. But regardless of all the random qualifiers I was thrown into that statement, back when I first started streaming, I did full, like, you know, 7-8 hour streams, somewhere around that mark. And I look back on that now with my fatigue that I get even after shorter streams, and I have no idea how I was able to do it for that time, and how streamers in general are able to run on their fumes for you know, 12 hours to a month. Oh shoot. Low duel, you son of a gun. So I kind of need a little bit of a corner, if you will, a touchstone to the human condition, and I think this will generally do the trick. I'm worried about you though, Duel. What do you hit me with? 47. Can't call down lightning from here, I believe. Yikes. Yeah, you can try Skya. Yeah, no, and I would aim for, like, quick blades can be nice, but a rapier of speed is your, like, go-to, I think, best in slot. But it will pretty much play itself at that point. If you get that far along, you have good defenses. It is a thing of beauty, to say the least. I'm gonna drink some might here, I think, and just try to out-damage all these ogres, and by some miracle, it does kind of work out for us here. That's fantastic. Oh, and do you know what? I should, at this stage in my life and journey, let's put invocations onto the menu so that we get that channel mana up and running at some point in our future here. And, you know, I don't actually think I want to keep going down here. Now that I think about it, let's head back up and we can probably just dip into lair. 11 armor class is not quite as high as I'd like it to be before coming in here, specifically for such a rough and tumble Stormboard character, but it is what it is. And if I could have some poison resistance, that would also be lovely, because that initial encounter with Cane Toad was illuminating, for sure. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. Turn back into flesh. Beautiful. And hopefully gives us enough of the advantage, enough of a fighting chance here. Take them out. The magic regeneration from our amulet has been saving our butts here. Gonna love the channel magic. I think I will. Again, it's the right kind of vibes for me, for sure. I'm a big fan of cool interactions and little gimmicky things. Oh my gosh, that's so many death yaks. What in the hell, brother? I could lead them all to the pit section, I guess. That's a strategy of sorts. But instead, I think I'm going to take them all up there and hope that they don't wander about the level too much. If they could just hang out and chill. It's a lovely corner this time of year. I hear the spa treatments there are second to none. Highly recommend you working off some of those death vibes, you know, and just having a good time there, my yak pals. My bovine friends. I think yaks are bovine. This is something that has come up many times before, and I should just know off the top of my head, I feel. As a yak fan, I should definitely have a slightly better recollection off the top of my head here, but it is what it is. I can probably do some dipping here. Okay, no longer, because the elephant is getting a little too close for comfort. So we will probably play it safe there. Oh, hello, Amemon. You have a wand of polymorph. Well, that's not great. Not horrible either, at the very least. I think that's something we can figure out together. Oh, Divine Exegesis also up. Just have to get it up and running in terms of invocation skills. That's pretty fantastic. Love to see that. Can I just fight you head to head? At the very least, I should probably like hit you with a net or something. You absolute son of a gun. Oh, I oughta. Dang it. Life was going so well for us, you know? Okay, back to anti-magic. Oh, I only have one curing. Have to use it. And son of a gun. Don't really want to charm you. You're so close to death, my friend. If you could be so kind as to submit to my overwhelming might and ability, that would be pretty swell. Pretty cool. So otherwise, I'm worried that one more hit and we're gonna take a little bit of damage, but more importantly, get exceptionally poisoned, and then we're not really going to have any recourse from there. So not ideal by any stretch. And yet we roll the dice there, and it does work out for us, so can't exactly complain. Get irradiate in a book. Unfortunately, didn't want that on this character, my friends. That was more so on the previous one. Being resistant to mutations is going to be huge, I hope. Still a dice roll, of course. You never really know how random is going to shake out, but I have high hopes for the future. Gotta have high hopes for a living. And that's about as far as I wish to go, especially with doors creaking loudly and whatnot. Bring you kiddos upstairs so we don't get poisoned by spiders while we're in the thick of it. Jeez Louise. Man, this is... Oh, and now I'm more confused. That's terrible and rough. So, blink versus butterflies. Probably would use butterflies here. Just get a little bit of breathing room behind those sons of guns. And hopefully that's the ticket. That Tarantella is going to be the big one. Excuse me, sir. There you go. There you are, rather. Beautiful. So I'm guessing we have spider then? No, if I had to hazard a guess, assumption of sorts. 43 damage on the Pharaoh Ant, eh? It is a bit much. if things go poorly, I'm not in a great spot. 17% chance to charm you with my inescapable wits. By rizzing, as the name would suggest. Oh me oh my. Well, let's try one. Oof. Yikes, man. Well, it hit you with a net. Oh, okay. Now it's close enough, even though it's really not. Like, this is still probably I just died territory, but it's close enough that my brain can convince itself that we could just keep swinging. Not quite at channel magic territory, when the son of a gun is hitting for half our health even when we are at full magic. May or may not be that much of a consideration to keep in mind. Oh my. I think most potions we've still left un-ID'd, correct? Just looking at that 4 stack. Thinking about what it might be. Could be heal wounds, which would be a complete waste of our time, unfortunately. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Do I risk it all for a divine exegesis here? Don't think so, unfortunately. I think we just have to keep fighting. 50% chance. I mean, sure, I was losing coin flips consistently and constantly earlier, but that wouldn't happen again, right? Oh my gosh, we've done it. And I'm out. Definitely heal up. Let the necromantic effects wear off on all these sons of guns down here. Oh, that is a lot of dream sheep. Oh, my friends, life could be a dream. Take me up to paradise up above. You could tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Six-headed Hydra. I mean, the sword makes it kind of undoable. I could try out the short sword, but I don't think it would be a great situation overall. I don't think that solves our problems. So, let's just leave you for now, my friend. And you son of a gun. See, can I win a coin flip? There we go. We did manage to make it up the stairs. We have 3 more elephants, eh, my friends? Well, I guess if I can make it to the right. Oh, the Hydra's here. The Hydras are coming. The Hydras are coming. Indeed. Actually, maybe shouldn't have teleported there. It looked like I could have just looped back to the stairwell in a relatively straightforward and kind of safe manner, but that's fine. Hello, Fanar. One chill. Everyone chill. You never saw me. I was never here. Oh my gosh. Well, this is where I am to make my last stand, and let it be a stand the likes of which this world has never seen. Or just a pretty straightforward curb stomp of everything that stood in our way. I'm very much down with that as well. Fantastic. Love to see it. Turns out, elephants, not that bad. Fanar, still terrifying. Hydra, also. See Fanar. But otherwise, not too shabby here. Son of a gun. Barbara. Just no matter what comes through that door, you will stand your ground. We're men of Gondor. Okie dokie. Well, I can definitely feel what small, minuscule semblance of sanity I once had pulling away from me. But we got channel magic online. We somehow have managed to dodge and survive what has seemed at most times an inescapable death. I do kind of want to finish this floor to the best of my abilities. Need some cold resistance if I even have the slightest hope, chance, or dream of dealing with Vanar. And unfortunately, they're kind of body blocking our stairwells down. Just everything hanging out down here is not ideal, for sure. Do I want to try and resolve this now? I mean, I probably should, seeing as how the alternative is that I most likely just die instantaneously when I return to the game next week. So maybe we peek down here. We see if we can't leverage ourselves a small victory, a small win in the books, shall we? Should have never turned on auto pickup for stones. Very much an old habit of mine that I feel like no longer really has too much of a place in the current iteration of the game. Let's head down. Let's survive the initial encounter. Sorry, try to survive the initial encounter. That's of course what I meant. You know what? We can be friends, and I think that that is very cool and okay. Hello, speaking of friends, did not expect you here. Buddy old pal. Keep finagling my way through. Oh, or if they want to give me distance. Yeah, let's just heal up. Let's not take any needless risks here, and that is much, much better. Looks like Vanar might be the only issue remaining on the floor, again, wherever they've managed to wander away to. And not too shabby here. Holy moly, some way. Brain wanted to say somehow, some way. And unfortunately just dropped the ball on every aspect of that attempt. But regardless, we are alive. And it is a miracle of sorts in its own right, because I definitely feel like I am struggling. Sir, if you could head this way. Oh, you don't listen to me because... Listen to me when you're angry. Sif, you wouldn't mind if I murdered this friend of mine, right? Well, the Sky Shark is slowed. Perfect. Never quite taken advantage of the Sky Shark rage in that fashion before, but I'm a fan at the very least. And as you may have garnered by the fact that we are currently navigating further along the floor here, decided to try my hand. Come on. Okay, now I'm hitting these 30% the way I should have on the first. Tries? Okay, I have to kill Sky Shark first. No, son of a gun. Well. I mean, the blink, I think, is a bit of a foregone conclusion at the moment. I'll heal up a little bit as we slowly limp away from the danger here. We could channel magic. I can divine exegesis. 22% failure rate is not that bad. What do I have? It's taxing to maintain, and it drains our magical reserves. guessing our reserves aren't quite good enough to really get away with Dragon's Call here. Could just keep walking. Just hope that nothing goes horribly wrong and that we somehow make it to that stairwell. Maybe I never should have continued on this floor after making it down, but such regrets are for another time in another place. Red Dragon's Call for the win. Yeah, would it even work? I don't actually have much experience with Dragon's Call besides a lot of people kind of swearing by it as a spell. I'd love to try it out, but I think if, at best, I'd get one dragon, and it would remove all my MP, and then I'd be in a little bit of a tricky spot. So I'm feeling like I should blink again, but why blink when a frog will blink for you? Great point, me. Oh, now the Sky Shark is here. Okay. And away we go. Let's at least max ourselves out. I'm not against Dragon's Call theory here. So we could still end up doing that, but let us at least reset the fight so we're feeling a little bit better about it. I maybe could have just run to the stairs, but I'm happy to use a blink there, play it a little bit on the safe side, and then I do actually want to get some IDing going on here. Scroll of Fear is huge for us. That could definitely be a lifesaver in the future. And oh me, oh my. Slayer's evil. Unfortunately, sometimes that is just how the turns do table on us, but we're getting through it. Piece by piece, little by little. We're making progress. What else did I want to do here? I wanted to check. I can afford the acquirement. Okay. I have to survive though. Which means I should just leave, but I have an unexplainable, I guess inexplicable is how normal people would say that, desire to push it to the limits and finish off this floor. I also probably will just swap into plate armor given the opportunity. Thank you kindly. And that's just about do it. In fact, if we could get more so like closer to the 20 armor class mark instead of 13, that would be grand. Okay, Kirari early on. So you're slowed and berserked. Don't love that, my friend. Blowing your mind, 50% chance. Never should have tried it. Fear's not going to work. I could Divine Exegesis and Irradiate, but probably don't want to take the chances of that failing, and instead I'll just, in classic fashion, when I decide, oh, let's just play a little bit longer before we finish upstream for the day, that goes hand in hand with using up my final blink scrolls. I do want to survive here though, so I'm going to Divine Exegesis, and we're going to do... Oh, I could go all the way, take it all the way to the top. Are you in range for Crystal Spear? I should probably just, like, Fireball is not dodgeable, so that seems like a pretty safe bet. And there we go. We even got to flirt a little bit with what the strategy is going to look like here. So it's going to be a lot of Channel Magic and Divine Exegesis as our only spellcasting options, and seeing if that can't be finagled into a little bit of a victory here. But not too shabby. A good trial run there. Not great, but good. Actually, do you know what? I feel less comfortable with that one, even less comfortable with that one. Let's head to this stairwell, please and thank you. Oh, me oh my. Okay, we managed to somehow make it out of there in one piece. Let's go get an acquirement scroll. That will be the end cap to this lovely evening. And And let's see if we don't get something fantastic, shall we? Ring of McLeb's Anger, resist electricity and int +6. It's okay. +2 pair of gloves. So draining, but resist poison, resist corrosion, and dex +4. Or a triple sword of freezing. Well, the game definitely knows how to make things difficult on the decision front. The gloves are probably the right choice here. I'm struggling with poison damage. It also counters a lot of our Vinestalker abilities. Dex doesn't hurt either. Triple sword would be a long, long way off from being useful. I'm just a sucker for those triple weapons, you know what I mean? Whether it be a crossbow or a sword, I just want to make it happen. But I'm going to be intelligent here, I think, as we sign off. And let's get ourselves some fancy looking gloves, shall we? Beautiful. And perfect. With that, I think we'll leave it off for the evening here. Pretty decent start overall. Did end up getting a little bit closer to my usual streaming time here than I originally expected. So again, celebrate the small victories. Give myself a little golf clap for that one. Completely undeserved appreciation, I think. But regardless, I've said it, so therefore it has been writ in stone and shall never be forgotten for as long as we all shall live. Funny how things work like that on the internet. But anyhow, before I inexhaustibly find some way to, you know, I was trying to think of something clever there. It's so much worse that instead of making a self-deprecating joke about my inability to function, I just had an inability to function. Way to go, me. Hip hip hurrah. But regardless, of course, huge amount appreciation for all of you lovely folks for joining us. You know, if you're chatting alongside us here, lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching us down the road through the Twitch VODs or YouTube, then thanks for joining us. If you're on YouTube, then I'm back. Bit late in the video now. This will be cut and it will end up being like video 6 or 7, but regardless, I'm back, baby. And of course that applies on this side as well. So no, I hope I haven't completely lost my ability to put on some kind of a show here. Whatever you're watching for. If it is just to see the flailing of a madman in the final throes of his sanity, then understandable. If it's here because you, for some strange, inexplicable, unknowable reason, along the lines of enjoyment of this content, then thanks anyways, even though I don't understand what's going on in general, especially with what I'm saying right now. That's forefront on my list. Maybe I have lost it. A month off and I suddenly have no ability to weave the sentences together in any kind of meaningful capacity. So to save myself from death by secondhand embarrassment here, or firsthand, I guess I should probably just keep rolling on the whole sign-off thing, right? So yeah, well, of course, I think be back next week. I think I'm getting back into the flow of things. Of course, we'll see how everything shakes out, as long as I don't suddenly get seriously sick again, and work is going on at the decent timbre that it currently is, then should be back next week, continuing with rizzing up the carver here. And hopefully, maybe just maybe, we can see the full magic in the works here. Seeing Sif Muna fighter as it's meant to be played, I guess. But of course, as per usual here, we'll do a quick check to see who's live at the moment, who we can send a raid off to. If anybody. I feel like I was not having the greatest results in my last streams before I left on vacation. But, of course, always worth the quick check-in here. Oh, perfect. Does look like Ari is currently on mind playing some Zelda, so definitely recommend sticking around. You'll see someone who can make cohesive, clever jokes and have a good narrative and conversation going with the audience. So I guess if you enjoy me, then you might not enjoy that at all. But any sane person, I think, will find some appreciation there. So definitely stick around, say hello to definitely one of the friends of the channel here, and yeah, I guess we're pretty much ready to get that rolling here. So let us do so. Fantastic. And yeah, I guess with that out of the way, then I'm happy to be back. Hopefully we'll be a little bit more in the groove next week. Maybe it'll be cooler, because right now Calgary is burning up. We're in all plus 30 or 30 plus degree weather for weeks now, and I don't want to complain too much. Again, I love the heat, so I do kind of love it, but maybe not the most conducive temperament of the weather for my streaming needs here. But hey, we'll see what happens. We'll probably be back next week regardless of my inane ramblings and inability to string together cohesive thoughts in any meaningful capacity. I do hope that you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there, and I definitely hope to see you when we come back next week, see what else will be rising up over here. Just remember, folks, we never, even for a moment, even against Sky Sharks, absolutely tearing us limb for limb, never didn't have it. I'll see you soon.